my name is Kelsey. I worked with Cindy doing the 30-day intensive program. Prior to working with Cindy, I was at one of the lowest points of my life. I had gone through something traumatic and had become an unrecognizable version of myself. There was no facet of myself that was recognizable to me, and I was desperate for relief from the pain that I was experiencing. I was having multiple panic attacks a week. I was struggling with really severe obsessive compulsive disorder that was 24/7. My brain just never stopped, and my nervous system had become a 24/7 surveillance system. So I was really hurting and exhausted and in desperate need of relief. What surprised me the most about the work that I did with Cindy was how everything that I was experiencing was a pattern, and that there was a starting point to all of those patterns, and most of them all started at the same time. So rather than me putting the blame for the pain that I was experiencing on one situation or one person, I was able to see that this is actually a cyclical pattern that I have endured throughout my life, and we were able to do the work to try and stop that pattern so that I can improve myself and feel better and no longer continue self-sabotaging and inflicting this pain on myself unintentionally. During and after the 30 days, I noticed a decrease in the time that it would take me to recover from a trigger. And I was also able to sit with the discomfort after experiencing a trigger much longer before I was needing to seek reassurance. And sometimes I didn't need to seek reassurance at all, which was a huge difference in comparison to when I started and was needing reassurance constantly to make it through the day. It's been a few weeks since I finished the 30 days, and I'm sleeping better. Physical pain is significantly better. My obsessive compulsive disorder is, it's there, but it's a lot quieter, and I'm able to get it to quiet down a lot easier than I could prior to this work. And I recognize myself again. I feel like the light is back in my eyes, the joy is back in my spirit, and it felt like my soul came back into my body, if that makes sense. If you are on the fence about wanting to try out working with Cindy, I would say ask yourself two questions. First and foremost, are you ready to do the work to move past the pain? Are you sick of being in pain and ready to do what it takes to let it go? And number two, are you willing and able to look inward and humble yourself to see what your part was in everything? Because a lot of us need help getting past situations and traumas that are stuck within us that were inflicted upon us by someone else. But oftentimes, if there's patterns throughout our life, we at least have some sort of say or part in what led to a certain situation or the way that we've allowed someone to treat us. So are you ready to move forward and heal and do the work? And are you willing and able to look inward to be able to reach the goal of growth and healing? If the answer is no, then maybe you need a little bit more time of self-reflection. If the answer is yes, then I would say this is one of the most worthwhile investments you can make within yourself. I've been in therapy on and off for over a decade, and the amount of healing and growth that I found in 30 days would be comparable to probably 3 years worth of therapy. So I know it is a monetary investment, but it is, in my opinion, the best investment I've made in myself because of the healing that I found. So I hope that this was helpful, and if possible, I highly recommend that you work with Cindy and find your happiness again.